Watch this clip, and then we'll talk. Here's the clip. Those words from Chael Sonnen after beating Brian Stann at UFC 136 on October the 8th. Now, just over 5 weeks later, Chael, you back down? Is that the truth?
What?
You back down. Didn't you say that the offer has expired and you're no longer willing to throw out those terms?
You might want to take the bass out of your tone. I'm not sure you know who you're talking to here, but I've never backed down from anything, so check your facts.
When you watch that fight.
Look, Floyd needs to keep doing what he's doing, which is fighting complete tomato cans who we've never heard of before. I've never seen anybody in the history of America get so rich and so famous out of having complete wimps throwing punch at their faces. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, it's happened before. What about Rihanna? Shame on you.
Okay, so you're saying that you will fight Anderson Silva, and that if he beats you, you will leave the UFC forever.
When? What are you talking about? What is this, your first day on the job?
Okay, well, tell me what I'm saying.
You're mixing
wrong.
5 different stories here. I mean, this is like doing amateur hour or something. What show am I on here?
What did you say?
Is this for public radio?
What did you say after your last fight in the octagon?
Well, you just played it, but what are you talking about? You're combining stories here. Where do we go from me defending my championship for the first time, issuing a challenge for my second championship title defense, to all of a sudden the great Chael Sonnen is back down? Who's doing your facts there? I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America. There was a bus this is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. This really happened. Do you believe me that happened?
Not really.
He tried to feed a bus a carrot, and now you're telling me that country has computers? I didn't know that.
I heard that you said the offer had expired.
I heard it expired. Well, now you're hearing from the champion himself.
Okay.
The offer has not expired. What are you even talking about? What offer? Should we just redo this, or do you just want to go on the air and look like a fool? What is it you're even talking about?
It wasn't, okay, we can redo this. Wasn't,
no, guy,
didn't you say, what was
No, don't redo this. This is the interview. This is the interview. I realize, oh, God, it really is amateur hour.
So what, you don't see...
He says we're going to redo this.
Yeah, okay.
Next up, Fact or Fiction, Travis Brown will fight for the title in 2012.
Could you imagine? Are we live?
We are live.
No, what title? UFC title?
Yes.
No, Sal. That was great TV.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that
was
I
great TV, and now you really have ruined it.
You actually really sold
now
that
I'm
well.
being serious.
Okay.
Yes, I'm aware that was great TV, and now we've lost it.
Okay, we'll make it even better. So what did you say? I just want to make sure that I have it correct.
Well, you know what I said, but you're telling me that I backed down.
I heard you backed down.
That's garbage.
Okay, so
how? How do you just say things like, I hear you backed down? Here I am looking to pick a fight with Anderson. I backed down. I stood there big and tall, and he covered his mouth like a little fruity boy. Okay. And you're going to come on ESPN and say that I backed down while I give you a free interview?
Okay.
He's the one that backed down. How could you even say something so stupid? Why don't you try to go get a free interview with Anderson Silva and see how that works out for you?
Okay, hold on to that. I like that.
You're going to tell me that I backed down? What do you want to do?
Does the offer stand?
If I tell you I'll sell you my car for 10 grand, you think I can just call you back a year from now and say, hey, I'll take that 10 grand for the car? That's not how offers work. Is that how you guys do business in Canada?
Yeah, that's it.
Because in my country that created business, offers expire. I made him an offer. Apparently, it didn't work. He didn't accept it. So it's not that I backed down, but apparently I need to present him with a new offer. Okay. You guys probably don't do that in socialism, but in America, in a capitalistic society, that's how things work.
Interesting fight. I mean, John Jones.
Why don't you shut up and listen up, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this next week. When I get to the Sopranos state, when I step off that plane in New Jersey, there's a new family in town, the Sonnen family, and I'm the new Don. I'm taking over that state. The first thing I'm going to do is go to the speaks, the sit-downs, the social clubs, and I'm going to be handing out smacks to anybody that doesn't want to kiss the ring. And my first order of business is to beat the bejesus out of John Jones. And when I'm done, I'm going to go over to Johnny C's place on Union Street in Brooklyn, have a couple of vachetas, and give the guys of the other 5 families an opportunity to pay me tribute. And John Jones, you will be reminded the hard way of why you never piss off a gangster. Oh, and guys, one more thing. Kaboom!
I really had no idea what he was saying, what he was referring to. I didn't know if he was joking, as he's known to do, or if he was offended, as he's known to be. So we started again upon his suggestion. Those words from Chael Sonnen after beating Brian Stann at UFC 136 on October the 8th, 5 weeks later. Let's clarify this, because you and I have been debating before we went on the air. What is your offer and challenge to Anderson Silva?
Well, I would love to clarify it, and if I had enough respect for you and your show, I would probably do it. But
okay,
I don't.
so you throw something out, and 5 weeks later you're walking away from it?
Next question.
Okay, August the 7th, 2010, UFC 117, 3:10 of the 5th round. What are your memories of that?
Of 2010?
Yeah.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
Well, I remember
today.
Anderson Silva, after you beat him for 4 rounds, submitted you.
All right. So was that like a trick question? Was this
No,
like
I want to
fantasy
get your
camp where
thoughts on
you
a
ask
guy.
a trick question.
No, it's
to-
not a trick
that you
question at
apparently
all.
already know the answers to?
Right. No, my question is.
You have a little cheat sheet. Did you write that down on the palm of your hand?
No,
so
I
you
did
didn't
it right
forget
from
for
here.
today's interview.
Have you worked on your jiu-jitsu since then? You certainly look like you had against Brian Stann.
I mean, I work on skills every day.
Would you agree that your jiu-jitsu at that point was probably deficient?
No.
No? So how did you let a guy, after you dominated him for 4 rounds, submit you in the 5th round?
Well, look, it's a 2-man sport. It's not a matter of letting somebody do something. I've been doing stuff my whole life. It's, you know, guy walks his whole life doesn't mean he doesn't stumble every now and then.
Right.
When Anderson Silva walks into a room, you could hear a rat piss on cotton. Anderson Silva is easily the most unpopular fighter in this company.
I don't want to fight Anderson. I want to beat him down. I want to destroy Anderson.
There's this dirtbag named Anderson Silva.
He's got a black belt under the Nogueira brothers. I think a black belt under the Nogueira brothers is saying I got a free toy in my Happy Meal.
And if you fight him again, how do you prevent that from happening, the stumble?
Oh, who cares if it does happen? Who cares?
Who cares if it does happen? I don't get that.
I'm sure you don't.
No, but what do you mean?
That's
Who
why
cares
you're
if
a
it does happen?
commentator and you don't get locked in the octagon.
Right.
I think you chose the right career path. It doesn't
Right.
sound
So,
like you got a competitive
so you don't
bone in your
care.
body.
You don't care if you lose to Anderson Silva?
Well, is this like gotcha questions? Let's just move. This is turning confrontational here while I've given up my time to come and give you an interview. Do you have anything pertinent to ask, or are we just going around and around here?
Well, I thought that was a pertinent question. I asked you about jiu-jitsu.
Well, it's
but
not. It's a
apparently-
stupid question.
Okay.
So read the little palm of your hand that you wrote your points down on and move to the next one. Let's see if we can actually do something here today. Give the people something to watch. Well, Anderson's a fraud. He's a liar, and he's a thief. This guy's not from a bowing culture. You bow in Brazil, they'll hit you over the head and take your wallet out of your pocket. He beat up a math teacher. He beat up a slow and unathletic light heavyweight, a couple of them. I beat every champion there's ever been except one.
He fought everybody in the world that wasn't named Chael Sonnen.
I stand here on my own free will. I stand here because I beat every middleweight that got in my way. Anderson's here because Dana White's making him.
His running is done. His 15 minutes of fame are up. We don't have to fight. I issued him in writing. I sent it over my demands.
He leave the UFC for no less than 12 months. He issued an apology to the fans. Simple things. And he erected a statue in my likeness in his living room that he bowed to each evening.
He didn't accept them.
Who cares how he leaves? Just go. He's been threatening to go for a long time. Nobody cares. We're ready to see him leave. He's a nuisance. He's annoying, and he doesn't have any faith.
Is the A in MMA, the art, is that dead?
I don't even know what mixed martial arts stands for. Okay? I mean, I don't know where that came from. Mixed martial arts is a legal term that can date back to the 2001 Nevada State Legislature. I don't work for the Ultimate Mixed Martial Arts Championship. I'm not a martial artist. I am a fighter. I work for the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and I don't care about art or their little gis or their little cotton belts.
And would that describe, for instance, the Nogueira brothers?
What?
Well, you're talking about the little geese, and you're talking about Anderson Silva, who is a black belt, right? And he got it from the brothers. And I'm asking you whether your description of the way mixed martial arts shouldn't be describes those guys.
That's the difference with me and Nate. He really wants to get that fight. Go fight him. But when you're done playing around, they'll call me.
A lot of that moving, or what you refer to as clowning, is what he uses for a setup.
He can go dance and be the Michael Jackson of MMA. People tell me he's a great fighter. I say, really? When did you see him fight? Because I haven't seen him fight.
No, there's no time though either. You know, you're asked a question, whether it's to him and Ha with Dana White on the phone. You got to yes or no. This is a pass or fail test. Check one of the boxes and let's move on. You know, all these guys act like they need all this time and they need to consult all of these people. I don't understand it. You're a grown man. Do you want to fight or not?
In some parallel universe, you can hit a man 300 times. He wraps his legs around your head for 8 seconds, and they call him the winner. On the streets of Westland, Oregon, that is not the rules. I am the middleweight champion. I defended my championship tonight for the first time, and I am willing to give Anderson a shot at the true belt, the linear belt, the people's belt, from the best damn middleweight there's ever been.
We're talking about Anderson Silva since when? You just said we're talking. When are we talking about Anderson Silva?
I was asking you. See, are you playing with me now, or are you being serious? Because people are watching this and going, "What's he talking about?"
I'm truly confused. Look, I mean, here. Do you have a question for me? Let's do that. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but I am truly flabbergasted by this. Are we doing an interview, or what are we doing here? What is it you want to talk about? You're bringing up a fight from 2 years ago?
Oh,
I don't understand
on.
the relevance. I'm happy to talk about it. But certainly if you follow this sport at all, you know that these questions have all been covered. So, I mean, if this is your first day in MMA, I guess, do you know what the octagon is? Have you heard of that before? I'm sorry, let me calm down. I don't want to give you nightmares tonight.
And why would I possibly have nightmares? Okay, so address that as
watching a guy out of control, just losing control over here.
He's got what I want, and envy keeps me up at night. Can we just be fair and say that? He's got 12 pounds of gold, and I want it. I've heard of you. Now, I didn't know I'd ever meet you, but ladies and gentlemen, this is Anderson Silva's fan. I heard that he had one.
People say, do you want to fight the best Anderson Silva? I don't care if it's the best Anderson or the worst Anderson. I'm going to beat either Anderson. I'm going to put him on his prissy little ass. I'd light up a big old mouth cannon, and I'd walk away laughing.
Who's the better one?
CP. Your ace. Your guy. Ace of hearts.
So you think you're totally in control at this point?
Control of what?
Of yourself.
Master of my domain? Sure.
It seems like Anderson Silva is a humble guy. How has he gotten you so riled up? Is that a legitimate question? Is that a legitimate question?
What?
Arts.
This isn't a fight that's going to be tit for tat.
This isn't a war. We're not going to go out and battle each other.
This is going to be a one-sided pounding, and I'm swinging the hammer.
GSP, then. You like him as a fighter?
Right. Greece St. Pierre.
Greece St. Pierre, insinuating that...
I do like him as a fighter.
You do?
I think he's pretty good.
Right.
I think he's great.
So you said that you stopped watching him because you like to watch hockey and rugby and any place where a fight will break out, implying that he doesn't really fight. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you just said you like him as a fighter. I don't understand. I must be missing something here.
You got that right.
So do you like his style of fighting or not?
Yes.
Would you beat him if you fought him?
I would do my best.
I would make the assumption you would do your best anytime in the octagon, would you not? So that doesn't really tell me much. So you're leaving now because of what reason? It kind of has that Mike Tyson feel back in the day. Perhaps you should do a few sit-ups as well. Apparently, that is the end of a man that we were actually really looking forward to talking to, Chael Sonnen, who is getting up. Could do a little play-by-play now and watch him as he apparently is going to depart. And I have to say, 3,000 shows after we started, it's the first time that anyone has ever left. And he left. Never said another word. That's never happened before. I kind of figured he was going to leave about halfway through it, and to be honest, it was probably an appropriate ending. So here's the offer, Chael. Let's try it again. Unless you refuse to talk about Anderson Silva, then we'll take a pass.
Had a suspension, I got another suspension, and all the suspensions, all the red tape is in the past. It's all behind me.
Does it feel as though a weight has been lifted off your shoulders here?
If you're a professional athlete, you don't have the right to complain about anything. You know, and I hear these guys come out and they're crying and they're whining and it's poor me. And I've always thought, what a wonderful world you must live in if that is a big deal. You know, with all the things that are going on and the adversity that a person has to face, and you've got to learn to deal with that stuff. And you know, just because you get a little negative press or you end up in a little red tape here or there, you got to know how to deal with that if you're going to get anything done in this world. I can't imagine. I mean, I watch just average folks have bigger problems with a day being a good husband or being a good father. Look, I'm a professional athlete. I'm not entitled to do that. I have an opportunity to do it. It's a luxury, and nobody owes that to me. And I've never felt like a victim in this whole thing. It was a nuisance, but that's where it ends.
I'm the one at the disadvantage. I'm the one changing weight classes. I'm the one that's stepping in the ring without knowing who my opponent was. So John Jones doesn't need to do those things. We would never count on John Jones for anything.
What are you trying to accomplish when you say that you're going to slap Silva's manager and that you're going to slap Silva's wife on the ass if she doesn't make you a steak medium rare just the way you like it?
You know, you're the second person to ask me that, and I never said it. You'll never find that quote anywhere. You'll never replay it. It simply didn't happen.
But I saw it last night. What are you talking about? I saw it with my own eyes.
I'm not kidding in any fashion. That absolutely didn't happen. You absolutely didn't see it. And if you did, then simply bring it up right now. I mean, prove to the world. Well, you can laugh all you want. I mean, that's always your go-to when I trump you, before you go and edit it, when I make you look stupid like an amateur, which is what you just were. You just gave a quote that didn't happen. Now you're sticking by your guns, claiming it happened. I'm challenging you to play it, and your response is to simply laugh.
I don't have a video in front of me.
Well, it was a long time ago. I mean, after all, it was last night.
It was last night I saw it.
I mean, that was a long time. Who could expect you to recall something that happened as far ago as last night?
I recall you saying it clearly. You said it. Why would I make that up exactly? Why?
I just think you're probably incompetent. I didn't say it. You're an alleged reporter. You just absolutely lied about a quote. You're still continuing to lie. You'll never bring that footage forward, and you'll never show your viewer, and you'll edit this clip out because I just made you look like the charlatan that you are.
I have the exact quote now, too late. Here's what he said.
You tell Anderson Silva I'm coming over, I'm kicking his back door, and I'm patting his old lady on the ass, and I'm telling her to make me a steak, medium rare, just how I like it.
I said wife. He said little lady. On a technicality, he calls me a liar and a charlatan.
Slippery one, he's a slippery.
From the mean streets of West Wentworth. And I've seen things and been through things that somebody like you in your little pearly loft couldn't even do. And if you're asking me to share stories with you that are frankly none of your business, maybe I'll give you a couple, and maybe you'll take a little smug look off your face. But I can date back to when I was 11 years old. I'm minding my own business. I'm in a park. This guy, stranger, takes a piece of gum out of his pocket, he puts it in his mouth, he just throws the wrap up. There was a police officer standing right there. He didn't do anything. And I saw that. I had to see these things at a young age. Sure, somebody came along, somebody picked it up, somebody threw it in the trash can. But for the few moments where that sat on the ground and the law was violated right here in my neighborhood, you know, you look at me, there was years where my father didn't even make $100,000. Or barely made $100,000. And sure, we had a maid, but she only came twice a week. What do you think happened the other 5 days? You think those dishes wash themselves? My neighbors were twins. They got a Mercedes for their birthday, but just one. They had to share that car. They had to share that car. Who gets to drive today? You haven't seen the things I've seen. You haven't been down that way. You haven't been to the mean streets of Westland, Oregon.